Today, I want to do not a really in-depth review because I've seen some reviews on this kit and this setup already, and quite honestly, they do a lot more in-depth stuff. I don't think I can add to that. What I am going to do though is just give you a brief overview of the upgrade kit that I got for this chap right here. He, well, let me just do the review real quick and tell you. So, what we got here is the DNA DK19, DK21, War for Cybertron, E25 upgrade kits. It's two separate kits. You have to buy them separately. They don't come in a bundle that I'm aware of. These kits, I think, really do a lot to fix some of the issues that a lot of people have been having with the Scorponok figure. The packaging's pretty good. It shows you everything that comes in each specific kit. This one has some gap fillers, 2 extra gun turrets. I think those silver pieces are shin shields or something. I'm not sure what their designation or what they're really called. And the giant blaster. It comes in 2 parts. And this second kit comes with the shield extension and the super articulated arachnid leg assembly, along with an additional 2 turrets. Now, the kit does require some assembly. You need to get yourself a 4-pronged, I think it's Phillips head screwdriver. It's got to be thin and long enough so that you can get into the screw holes, which I'll show you here shortly. But this is what I had left over after I assembled the entire kit. These are the original housings for the legs. Now, as you can see, oh, I think I put these back on. Anyway, no, actually, these legs are molded to a piece, so you don't get really a wide range of articulation. Now, this is mainly for when he's in Scorpion mode. This is the original visor that came with Scorponok when I purchased them. These screws were included with the kit in case you stripped out the screws. I didn't strip mine. I was real careful with them, and I was able to reuse the original screws that came with it. Because Scorponok is so obscenely huge, and don't get me wrong, that's not a complaint, but he really, I have to really come back and give you his full, in order for me to get him completely in the shot. I'm like 3 feet, 4 feet away from my where I normally take photographs and shoot video. You can see, if you don't have this figure, you can actually, if you already own him, you can see what the upgrade kit has actually done for him. Now you may ask if I'm going to transform him. I will not be transforming him for this overview. This is just kind of give you an idea what he's going to look like in bot mode. I keep most of my figures in robot mode because that's what I like. Now, there are some exceptions to that. Sometimes I'll get doubles of a figure and keep it in both modes, but I don't like transforming my figures because what it does to the plastic over time, fatigue, breakage, things like that. I'm going to show you some up closes of this guy. This kit really does a lot for him. We'll start with the head. It came with this bonus piece, face shield, which I thought is a really, really nice touch. And it also came with a transparent eye visor in there. So you can see, you can't really catch it with my camera, but there's some detailing and sculpting in those eyes. I really am dumbfounded as to why Hasbro decided to give us an a visor where you couldn't see that detail. That's just a really big missed opportunity. And with this transparent red one, you can see all the beautiful sculpt that was in this figure. It's ridiculous that they hid that. I don't get that. But I'm moving on. These are the articulated gun turrets. They look pretty good. I don't necessarily think, for myself anyway, that these... I would have cared if they didn't include more turrets. I don't really care that they're as articulated as they are. To me, it's not really a deal breaker one way or the other. One of the other minor upgrades, or at least in my opinion, are the silver pieces that go in between this purple and this purple piece. And that it gives the legs a little bit more heft. You'll see this if you transform these and keep it more in base mode. I think you're going to appreciate these pieces a little bit more. The other thing that I really liked about this were these gap fillers. Gap fillers for me are the things that make upgrade kits worth their money. You can see underneath here, that just, Hasbro, you're phoning it in again. Jesus fucking Christ. These gap fillers are worth it. Just to have, even if they just sold these by themselves, I think I would have gotten them. And there's the other leg piece. Another piece that I thought was really interesting, and it really are the weapon systems, the defensive and offensive. Here's the defensive weapon. This shield needs to be this big. Otherwise, what's the point of having a shield? The little shield piece that Hasbro deemed to include with this wasn't doing it. This makes it look like it's battle ready, ready to kick some fucking ass. That's a badass shield. The other part of that coin is this blaster. This is a monster. I can't believe how gargantuan this thing is. And it's perfect. Scorponok needs this. He should have had this included with his release. Even if it was smaller than this. I mean, I love the size of that goddamn rifle. That's beautiful. But look at it. Look, Hasbro, what the fuck, man? Now, the last piece that I'm going to show you, I'm not going to transform it. Again, I don't normally transform my figures, so, but I'm able to show this off to you because DNA did such a... This wouldn't have been a big problem for me to keep it, because again, I keep him in bot mode, but this is a really nice attention to detail. If you own this figure already, then you know the problems with the articulation on these arachnid legs. There's little to zero articulation. These are molded together. These are molded together. This gives you the freedom to make him look like a real scorpion. That's just a phenomenal job. And even if I never transform him again, knowing that he has the ability to do this is worth it. So, if you're going to ask me point blank if it's worth it to get both kits, personally, I think it is. It gives you options in display and articulation. It also includes 2 pieces in each kit that will make your figure just pop just a little bit more. I think it's worth it for these 2 upgrade kits. It's my understanding there's supposed to be a 3rd kit coming down the pipe. I don't know what that's supposed to include. I've heard that it's supposed to increase his height a little bit. So depending on whatever extras they include in that, that'll determine whether or not I'm going to order that for myself. I think this guy, he deserves to look as badass as he can be. He's one of my favorite characters. I remember reading the original Headmasters miniseries on Marvel a lifetime ago. And this figure, this character, means a lot to me. I grew up having a specific idea of what this character should be. Zarek. That means a lot to me. I think it's worth it to get these upgrades. My feeling on upgrade kits is, I've said this once before, and I'll continue to say it. If a company, whatever company it is, whether it's Hasbro or a third party, and they produce a figure, a perfect figure does not require upgrades. That being said, Hasbro, Hashtag, is notorious for dropping the ball and not giving every subtle nuance that they could. They're getting better on some things. Other things they're just phoning it in. I've noticed that quite a bit. Scorponok was a great figure when it was released. And it is still a great figure, even if it's still stock. For a guy like me, who really loved the Marvel books and what they did with those characters, it needed a little more. Nitpicking, I know. Yeah. But it's okay. Third parties exist for a reason. And we're able to really fill out these collections because of third parties. I love third party system. Upgrade kits are like the greatest thing that's happened to Transformer fandom. And without them, I probably wouldn't be where I am as far as a collector. But anyway, let me know what you like about this video, what you don't like about this video. I want to know all the feedback. I don't care. Let me know in the comments. Spread this around. Share it with anybody who you think might like it. I greatly appreciate it. You guys have a good one. Later.